Greetings. Thanks for watching. Karen Clay here. We're going to continue with our series, Freeing the Shoulder. This is lesson 2 of that series. And we'll continue for a while. We're going to work now with coordinating the spine and pelvis with the shoulder girdle. Because if we get more help from more parts, the shoulder girdle will be freer. So just a reminder, as in last time, that you're going to want to have some pillows if you need them to support your shoulders. Plus, you definitely want to have the 2 hand towels. So let's begin where we left off. If you're doing this lesson in parts, you probably will want to take a brief baseline. That would just mean that you lie down on your back and just sense how you are in gravity right now, how supported you feel, whether you can start to relax into the support of the floor, what your shoulder girdle feels like, what your spine feels like, what your head feels like. That's just a brief description. There's a longer scan in lesson 1. Then let's see, we will. We want to have the towels under the upper arms when the arms are straight out at 90 degrees, not under the shoulder blades, but under the upper shoulder. And for now, let's just bend and stand the legs. And find the most comfortable spot for your feet, where you feel the most leverage from the feet through the shins, the knees, the thighs, the hip joints. So that makes me feel kind of teetery. And then you can walk your feet out really wide, and that makes me feel like my legs want to fall inward. So I'm going to move my feet back and forth, also towards my pelvis and away from my pelvis, until I find the place where I feel like I get the best sense that that the ground is supporting me from my feet to my hips. And then if you would begin, please, to gently press into the floor with your feet, just the tiniest bit, just the amount that can't be seen by the naked eye. So I'm now pressing, and now I just let go. And now I'm pressing, and now I let go. Just almost nothing at first. Feel the floor under your feet. And now would you do this? Imagine that the carpeting underneath you is bunched a little bit, and you want to slide this carpet a little bit away from yourself without actually moving your feet. So you'll notice that when I do that action of sliding the carpet away without moving my feet, that my pelvis begins to rock a little bit. If you put your thumbs on the front of your hip joint where the sticky bone out bones are, and your long fingers or some part of your hand towards your pubic bone, you'll feel that what's happening when you slide the rug away is that your pubic bone is going to the ceiling, and your pelvis is rocking backwards. So your lower back is flattening. So continue with that, keeping your hands there as long as it's useful. And just start to make the movement a little bit bigger. And rather than only dissipating the floor backwards into the floor, see if you can let that movement ripple up your spine so your head gets longer. So instead of this, where my head doesn't move at all, see that, where nothing travels, it just all goes back into the floor. See if you can make it such that your head actually begins to slide upward a little bit. So you'll notice that that causes my chin to rock a little bit. And you see how my chin is rocking? When I allow that force from my feet to go all the way up my spine and all the way down my spine. So now I'm doing in both directions. I'm pushing the rug away and pulling the rug towards me. Pushing the rug away, pulling the rug towards me. My pelvis is flattening to the floor and beginning to curl up. The tail's beginning to curl up. My pelvis is arching away from the floor, creating a bigger lumbar curve. So just play with that for as many times as you'd like, maybe 10 or 15 times. You're going to pause your phone right here so that I don't make this video too long. And then let's please bring our arms into palms up position and stand your candelabra again. And as you roll your pelvis up, will you also bring your palms to the floor? So notice now that I'm rolling up a little bit further, that I'm using the movement of my pelvis so that it's really easy to get the backs of my hands on the floor. I'm rolling the weight of my spine up to my shoulders. See how I'm resting on my shoulder blades? And in that position, it's really easy to open the shoulders. And then I roll down and stand my arms up. So do that several times. Notice your breathing, remembering that what you're doing is pushing the rug away, drawing the spine upward towards the head. And then the next time you're up, would you stay there and lower your pelvis? Push the floor rug away again and roll your pelvis up again. Roll your pelvis down again and stand your candelabra. So again, rolling up, palms down. Palms up, back of hands down, sorry. Lower the spine. Lift the spine towards the head and towards the ceiling. Lower the spine and stand the candelabra. Good. So take a brief rest. Now we're going to take an interlude here, which is to interlace the fingertips beneath the skull and bring your elbows to point to the ceiling. Now, would you please lengthen your spine up the floor? You push into the ground and you lengthen your spine up the floor. Push into the floor, lengthen your spine up the floor and lift the head. Lower the head slowly and relax the feet. So once again, you're pushing and driving energy towards the top of the head, which causes the head to lift away from the floor. You're pressing, actively pressing into the upper back so that the chest lifts. Notice that my abdominals are not tight. I'm levering my spine up by pushing here, pushing right there, backwards into the ground so my head can come away. And it does not have to come up very high, okay? No sit-ups, no tight abs. So push the rug away, lift the tail up. Great. Now, rest again for a moment. You can let your legs down. Pause and rest for a few moments. You can pause your phone if you want. If you want a longer rest, then you'll come back again. And let's once again go between pushing the rug away, pulling the rug towards you, pushing the rug away, pulling the rug towards you. As you pull the rug towards you, notice what your chin does. As you push the rug away, notice what your chin does. So when I pull the rug towards me, my head is drawn downward and my chin moves towards the ceiling. I get a big arch behind my neck right there. You can practice that, play with that, see if you can find that movement. It's that the pelvis is pulling everything down. Pelvis pulls everything down as it pulls the floor towards you. When the spine arches, it pulls on the chin, okay? And then the other thing that we have just done is push the floor away. In that case, the chin flattens, yeah? So let's put the drawing, stand your candelabra up. Let's put the drawing the carpet towards you with palms down. First try it without. Notice where you go. Then try it with, and see how drawing the ground towards you in this way gives the shoulders more flexibility because of how the shoulder blades and the spine are moving. So if we were going to go back and forth, we'd push the rug away, roll up, lower the palms facing up, backs of hands to the floor, roll down, stand the candelabra, pull the rug towards you, palms go down. Stand the candelabra up, come to neutral, roll your spine off the floor from the bottom up, palms up, backs of hands down. Stand the candelabra, come to neutral, arch the spine, pull the rug towards you, lower the palms down towards your pelvis. Stand the hands up, come to neutral in your spine. Push the floor away, roll your spine up, backs of hands to the floor. So continue doing that as many times as is comfortable for you. And then with the candelabra standing one more time, and just lower the palms, see how easy they go to the floor. Come back, lower the backs of the hands, see how easy they come to the floor. Play with that for a moment. Sensing what you need to do in your shoulder blades to make that same movement in your neck possible. So if you really round your shoulders, round your chest, press your upper back into the floor, palms easily go to the floor. If you squeeze your shoulders blades together, open your chest, lift your spine, the backs of the hands easily go to the floor. Make it soft and easy. It doesn't have to be a big, giant calisthenic effort. But now what started out as a very kind of mechanical movement of just the shoulder joints, remember last week when we started just with this? Now look what's happening. So the whole spine is kind of like rowing, yeah? Like rowing right here and then back out and then rowing back out. So you're using your whole self in the movement. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to know more about my classes, you can go to my website right here. And if you haven't subscribed to weekly lessons, please feel free. Thank you.